If you ever come to the Midland and Great Western Railway nowadays, you will most likely hear the story of how our railway came to be. Since the line was bought privately from British Railways in October 1961 and some of its engines in 1960, we've had many changes and improvements that make our railway stand out and draw the crowds. However, there was a time where we believed the railway would have been brought to its knees and taken off the map. It was the spring of 1995. It was hot, but not as hot as today. Anyway, the railway had been closed from 1994 to the beginning of the year due to Mr. George and the staff, but mostly Mr. George, wanting to modernise the railway and make it less cluttered and more presentable. Poor Jonathan wasn't too enthused about the yard being drastically altered, but in my opinion it looks a lot better. Don't tell him that, please. However, there were still some more minor changes that had to be made by the time the railway had opened up in April, most notably the Trevorsend branch. Our favourite modification is the rebuilding of the shed at Setterfield, and it's here where our story begins. Alright, how's everyone settling in? Very well, sir. I wish we hadn't done this. I want my yard back to its former glory. Jonathan, CJ, Teddy and myself stayed during our temporary closure to help out with the workmen, while others were sent off to other railways, or under overhaul. Trevor helped out too, although it took a long time to get him to be comfortable with the change of his branch line. There wasn't much that he could do because of his size. But, like I said, modifications were still being made by this time. Seeing as Teddy is helping the workmen up at the old Great Central Tunnel connection near Trevorsend demolish the track and tunnel entrance, I've had to change the timetable for the next few weeks. Nothing too drastic, I hope, sir. No, CJ, just some minor changes. You and Jonathan will take turns on the commuters for the time being. The express services are unchanged, and Carlson! Oh, I've got a real treat for you. Ooh! What is it? You'll be working with Trevorsend branch for the next couple of weeks. What? Oh no, sir, not with Trevor. I can't stand him. Who? Trevor's the engine that runs the branch line. He's aimed after the main station there. Oh goody, another one. Surely Mr. Pilkington mentioned him somewhere when you came, Mr. George. He might have, though I'll have to check again.
What about me, Mr. George?
Oh yes! Don't worry, Isaac, I'll figure out something for you.
Not scrap, hopefully.
No, not that. I'll notify you once I've thought of something.
Alright.
Well, you best get going, Carlson. Trevor's waiting. Ugh, shut up. Good luck, Carlson. You're gonna need it. Shut it, Jonathan. Well, that's that. It's just a shame to lose a large portion of the railway. The branch, I mean. Yeah, well, manager's orders. Besides, it's like they say, some things don't last forever. I've literally never heard anyone say anything like that. Well, you just did. Whatever. I'm off to the shed for a rest, I guess.
Aren't you taking us with you as well?
What? No way! What are you three doing here?
We've been here since 1968, Teddy.
End of steam, of course. That long? I just assumed you were all scrapped. Yeah, well, I was actually withdrawn in 1964, but my crew did their best to keep me in service until the end.
And of course, you know the 15 guinea special? After that we met up and our crews parked us up here and abandoned us.
For obvious reasons, you know, right?
We figured out that later on, yes.
Well, don't worry, you three. I'll talk to Mr. George about it.
What happened to the other guy?
Mr. Pilkington retired. Anyways, I'll see you three later. All done, mate? Yeah, just about. However, I found some more engines up there. I'm gonna talk to Mr. George about it. Well, seeing as he's busy trying to figure out what to do with Isaac, I don't think he'll fancy any more. Not to mention the works is busy overhauling Matthew and restoring other engines given to us from Locomotive Trust, plus Samuel, the 3MT tank, and let's not forget Craig. Yes, I understand. I hope he considers taking them in anyway. They've lasted this long, and it'd be a total shame if they were scrapped. He's not like that, Teddy. He's just a little overwhelmed, that's all. No, I'm off to Trevorsend. Why? I'm being forced to work the branch. With him. Oh. Have fun then. Nah. Ah, there you are. Been waiting ages for you. Hello, Trevor. Long time no see. Indeed. You've been set up by Mr. George, I reckon. How do you know? Cause he told me about 30 minutes ago. Oh, goody. Now, you're on my branch now. You do as I say, how I say, and when I say. Got it? What the hell? This is a branch line, not a military boot camp. You know what I mean. Now, your goods train is over there in that shed. Wait. Goods train? Yes, goods train. You should know what that is, since you were pretty much built for it. And you were supposed to be a commuter engine, but look how that turned out. His comeback is terrible. Mr. George? Yes, what is it? What do you want? Oh, hey Teddy. I found some more engines while I was at the tunnel. Oh, wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Please, sir, they are dear friends of mine, and they've been there since 1968. To add to that, one of them was actually withdrawn in 1964, but his crew did everything they can to keep him going for as long as possible. Do give him a chance, sir. Alright, I'll think about it. But I'm a little preoccupied right now, trying to manage the railway, and all the activity up at Bicester North, plus figuring out what to do with him over there in the shed. I understand it's a lot, Mr. George. Take your time. Well, that was a brilliant day. For you, maybe. Trevor? The shed's too small. No, it ain't. It's fine. Well, I can't get inside. That sounds like a personal problem to me. Trevor? It's gonna rain. Trevor? Trevor! Oh, come on, no one falls asleep that fast! Trevor! I guess I'll stay here for the night, instead of being out there. Hello, Johnny. How are you? The hell are you doing in the carriage shed? 9 horrible hours I've been here. Well, I thought I'd come and relieve you for the day. Get some rest and whatnot. That'll cheer you up. Cheer me up? What sort of life is this for an engine? I'm here all day, all alone, hour after hour. Nothing happens. Once or twice someone comes in with their trains, or an enthusiast wants me to do some shunting manoeuvres, and I move some trucks or coaches one way here, then I move some over there, and that's it. I'm all alone again with me thoughts. Where's the satisfaction? Where's the fulfillment? Hey up, that'll be CJ wanting you to pick up his train. Well, I'm not supposed to be here! So I'm not doing any train fetching, and I'm not doing any bloomin' shunting. That'll teach them. Don't be silly, Johnny. No! No! They can do what they will, but I shall pilot no more. Mr. George comes storming in here, you'll regret it. Oh, I'm not worried about him, Preston. If he pokes his bloody nose in here, he'll get the flat end of me tongue. Oh, alright, I'll see it to myself, but pull yourself together, will ya? Morning, Preston. Where's Jonathan? Is he not in the yard? No, he is. He's just throwing a little tantrum. I think the stress from the railway's new appearance is getting to him. Oh dear. Isaac, good news.
What's that, Mr. George?
I think I know where to put you. I'm sure the others have told you about the activity up at... Bister?
Bister, yes? You said it right.
Well, I just got off the phone with one of the staff from the Inman Valley and Great Island Railway, and we've come to an agreement.
Really? And what's that?
You are to be restored there in exchange for one of their engines.
Oh, is this permanent?
No, you'll return once your restoration has been completed. Hopefully it won't take long.
I hope not. I really appreciate you doing this, Mr. George.
Don't mention it. Oh, Teddy, your next train's going to Bister, right? Yes, why? Do you think you could take Isaac up there? Oh, okay, but, why? I'll explain later. You can even take your 3 friends as well. Really? You mean it? Absolutely. Ah, thank you, Mr. George. They'll be so pleased to hear they're being saved.
Where are they going then, if I'm being sent off?
We'll wait until there's space in the works for them. We need to get you working ASAP.
Ah, I understand.
A few hours later, Mr. George was in his office when he heard a whistle. The hell? Right, I'm coming. Jeez. Oh, hello, I wasn't expecting an engine to show up here.
Hi there, I'm Ethan.
And I'm his owner, Derek Robertson. Pleased to meet you, William.
How do you know my name?
I was a friend of Dennis. He's told me about you.
Isn't everyone? Well, nice to meet you too. What brings you here, if I may ask?
I thought I would like Ethan here to visit the railway for a while. If it's alright with you, of course.
Please sir, I've wanted to come here since I was restored in 1988. I wish I could have come earlier, but it was closed for a while. Didn't understand it at first, but now that it's open again, I can totally see why.
Oh, alright. Don't get all emotional with me. I don't do that kind of stuff.
Excellent. Thank you, William. Ever so much.
Yeah, well, it's no big deal. Just park him up in the shed and he'll start work tomorrow.
Great! Thanks. You won't be disappointed. Where are you going?
Back home. I have some business I must attend to.
You always have business to attend to. Why don't you just take a break for once?
Part of being a businessman, Ethan. Besides, I've got my eyes on something bigger.
Like what?
Like all of this. Imagine how much money I will receive once I buy this railway.
But you already own so many. Plus me and my 2 siblings. And there's some supermarkets, and a few hotels, a mansion, a private yacht, and...
That's enough. I know what I own. Maybe I'll purchase a locomotive or 2 from them anyway. Seeing as it's a bit ambitious to purchase the entire railway at the moment. The question is, which locomotive do I buy?
How about none?
What was that?
What? I didn't say anything.
I think I'll think about it later on the day. In the meantime, you do enjoy yourself, Ethan. I've got plans for this place.
What are you doing? Oh no, I read that wrong. Where are you going? How about none? Wait, what? I don't know how this. It's because it. How about none? Oh wait, am I supposed to whisper that? How about none? What? I didn't say anything. I'm scared to see the results, if I'm going to be honest.